Well, hello, everyone. My name is Benjamin Valverde. To get things started, I'm going to show you a quick video to get you thinking about space.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Okay, what you've just seen is the latest satellite launch from Hughes, which is called Jupiter 3, or J3, as we say ourselves. Until now, it is the largest satellite that the industry has launched in terms of capacity and bandwidth. I am from Hughes. We are a proudly American company. I am also proudly American, living in Chile for some time, but I am also American citizen. At Hughes, we participate in the entire satellite communications ecosystem, from the manufacturing of satellite equipment at our factory in the United States in Germantown, Maryland, to the provisioning of satellite services from our proprietary and own network of satellites that we operate in the Americas. We operate these satellites both in geostationary orbit and also in low Earth orbit. So on this slide, what you can see are some beautiful images of Chile, some beautiful landscapes of Chile. For us, they are very beautiful. But imagine that you are a network engineer and you have to connect these places with fiber optic cable and provide connectivity with traditional terrestrial internet services. It would be a nightmare. So in that case, the satellite and satellite connectivity becomes a fundamental part of providing connectivity to rural parts of Chile and really any country in the world. Connecting isolated communities and creating digital inclusion is really a fundamental role of the satellite in places such as this that we can see on the screen. And obviously, seeing a satellite launch, seeing these beautiful landscapes in Chile is an amazing thing. But to really understand the impact that satellite connectivity provides, we need to see it from the perspective of people and the impact that satellite connectivity has on people's lives. So for that, I'm going to show you another video, and then I'm going to talk to you about this man in the video.
Todo lo que uno quiere vender, ofrecer, lo tenemos que hacer a través de Internet, ¿no? Y ahí Hughes ha sido muy importante en nuestro crecimiento, en nuestra proyección, ¿no? De poder llegar a otros lugares del mundo, ir informando los nuevos productos que vamos a ir sacando y atraer también a turistas para que conozcan, ¿no es cierto?, todo lo que es la planta de la cerquería.
So he is Rolando Manzano Butrón. He is Aymara from Visviri in the extreme northeast corner of Chile, a little corner between Bolivia and Peru. He is a farmer, and with his company, he produces jerky, but not from beef, from llamas and alpacas, using the brand Doña Conce. And his story is unfortunately very, very common. Before having satellite connectivity, before having satellite internet where he lives, it was very, very difficult for him to do even the most basic of things to run his business. Paying his bills, emitting and sending invoices to his customers, communicating with his clients, using social media to promote his business. He didn't have the opportunity, he didn't have the possibility to do these things. And after having a satellite internet service was completely the opposite. Or now he's got, the very basic things have been completely resolved. And he can dedicate himself to being active in social media, promoting his products, growing his business, investing in new products. And in the end, what he's going to do is leave a more solid business for his kids and for his grandkids. So here we can see, real impacts that satellite internet has created in Chile that Hughes creates. It means economic growth for the country and for that region of the country. It means entrepreneurship. And in the end, it means improving the lives of the people that have this service. So now, moving on in the presentation, what I'd like to do is show you guys another video. This is going to be a loop that's going to play with images of geostationary and also with low Earth orbit satellites. These are the two technologies that Hughes provides in Chile. Like I said, geostationary services as well as low Earth orbit services. First thing I'll talk about are geostationary services. These services operate with satellites that are 36,000 kilometers from the Earth. They have very wide and stable coverage. They provide fast internet services, fast coverage. They can get up to 200 megabits per second of speed. That is equivalent to what you could get with fiber optic internet in certain cases. So Hughes is one of the companies that really developed geostationary technology in the 80s. Our big innovation in satellite technology was to reduce dramatically the size of the antenna that can communicate with a satellite that is 36,000 kilometers from Earth. This allowed us to really provide on a mass scale services related to television as well as internet to practically any part of the globe. So we've continued to invest in this technology. We are worldwide leaders in the development of satellite equipment, in the manufacturing of satellite equipment. In the Americas, we also operate a fleet of 10 of our own satellites, and we deliver services with these satellites across the Americas. Now moving to low Earth orbit satellites, which you also see in the loop that we have in the presentation. We're talking about much smaller satellites in the case of low Earth orbit satellites. Each one has a far more reduced, limited coverage. So in that sense, you need a constellation of satellites rather than just one satellite to provide a wide area of coverage. These satellites operate between 500 and 2,000 kilometers from Earth. And thanks to the fact that they are much closer to Earth, you have services that are fast, not only fast, but that also are low latency, given that the signal has to travel much less distance between the Earth and the satellites. And at a worldwide level, Hughes is a partner with a company called OneWeb. We are one of their technology partners. We have been an investor in OneWeb since the beginning. They operate a constellation of 700 satellites. We offer services with their satellites in Chile. We build equipment for them. The satellite terminals that are being used for OneWeb in many parts of the world are built by Hughes at our factory in the United States. And these services are primarily focused on businesses as well as governments. With OneWeb and Hughes, we are not necessarily focused on the residential market, but absolutely focused on providing services to large businesses, enterprises, and governments around the world. So what we can see is that the future is for satellite technology is what we see is that it's going to be completely integrated into the communications ecosystem of the world. What's coming in the future are more and more devices that need to be connected, more and more people that need to be connected. And to do that, satellite and satellite coverage is going to be an absolutely fundamental part of the equation. With traditional terrestrial services, of course, we will have high quality coverage, but it's not going to reach everyone, and it's not going to reach the number of devices that are going to be required to be connected in the future. But again, when talking about satellite, I think always the best way to show and to explain what we do at Hughes and the impacts that we have is to look at it from the perspective of individuals and the perspective of people. I'd like to show you one.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Mario Rubayán, represento un grupo de emprendedores agrícolas mapuche. Estamos acá en la comunidad Pedro Melín, de la comuna Freire, en la 9ª región de Temuco. Somos un grupo de emprendedores mapuche trabajando en la frambuesa, en la cual estamos trabajando un producto con identidad propia, tratando de eliminar, ojalá, el tema de los productos químicos. Nuestro grupo se compone de 20 agricultores. El sueño nuestro como grupo es lograr una cooperativa agrícola donde podamos tener una planta propia de exportación. Gracias al Internet hoy en día se nos va a facilitar bastante a lograr nuestro objetivo y poder mostrarlo en el mundo. Para bajar alguna información, algún documento, teníamos que dejarla en la ciudad más cercana, son 10 kilómetros, y eso hoy en día lo tengo dentro de la casa. Hace un año atrás nosotros perdimos un proyecto producto de que no pudimos subir un documento que nos faltaba en la plataforma. Empecé a buscar por YouTube a ver si existía algún aparato que pudiera ayudarnos a poder captar mejor señal. Y ahí me encontré en la página de HughesNet, la página Conectando Sueños, y llené un formulario sin ninguna expectativa y era muy mágico para ser real. Hasta que llegó el momento y cuando me llamaron, hasta la segunda llamada todavía no lo creía, así que bueno, antes de que llegara la antena era muy dificultosa la señal acá. Responder los correos era imposible. Y gracias a la antena de HughesNet, hoy en día es muy estable la señal. Así que eso yo aparte le doy las gracias a la compañía porque creo que es una iniciativa muy noble para que muchas personas se puedan también beneficiar de la forma como lo estamos haciendo nosotros. No, yo no voy a hablar por mi persona, voy a hablar por el grupo que somos y por los que vamos a crecer.
That was Mario Rupayan, a farmer, a raspberry farmer from the Araucanía region of Chile. Again, his story prior to having internet, satellite internet, is unfortunately very common. Very, very basic things for him were difficult to do. Again, invoicing his customers, paying his bills, participating in tender processes, being able to submit his documents and all the documents required to the government to participate in the tender process on time. It was very difficult. He actually lost a potential source of funding because he wasn't able to get his papers in on time. But what's happened to him afterwards is what really motivates us to get up and go to work every day. He is now able to participate in tender processes. He's won tender processes. He has received funding from the government. He's investing in his business. And now he's looking to export raspberries to the world, creating this cooperative with his neighbors to be able to export raspberries from the Araucanía region of Chile to the world. So to close, what I like to say is here at Hughes, we're going to continue working to have a positive impact in Chile, to improve people's lives, and really to support the economic growth of the country, and again, to improve the lives of the people and the Chilean people. Thank you very much.